The first thing that I want to say is that I'm very excited to make this video because I am proud to say I have recently gotten out of a rut. In today's video, I'll speak about how to survive a rut. And this is when any productive work seems impossible and it seems like you've forgotten why you were being productive in the first place. This is a very unpleasant experience to go through. I do not wish it on anyone, but here are some tips to help you get through it. I want to say that there is light at the end of the tunnel. During my rut, I remember I was very anxious and very scared because I didn't want to do anything. I was scared about my future, how my grades were going to be like if this carried on, and it was very unpleasant. So the first thing you need to do is to actually take a break. Find some time to take a break, not do any schoolwork, not do anything constructive, and just relax and take some time off. I used the weekend, I was free, I didn't have any schoolwork to do, and I just wanted to give my mind some rest in order to go back to being productive. And remember why I wanted to be productive. This is super important because if you do not take a break, you run the risk of entering a burnout. And that's something I haven't experienced, so I will not be able to help you. During this break, make sure you control your phone usage. Do not be tempted to spend all your day on your phone and just go out for a walk or hang out with some friends. This is because staying on your phone will just make you more unclear and feel more anxious. I personally made this mistake and it did not help at all. Do not stay on your phone all day, even though it is very tempting. I know. During my break, I also did a dopamine detox, which is the extreme of this, which is to completely not do anything at all on your phone or any high stimulant activity. So not eating any sugar, not watching Netflix, no computer, nothing of that kind. This left me with a sense of accomplishment, which helped me get out of a rut, so I highly recommend it. I will leave a link to a free YouTube course on dopamine detox by Adrien Coquet, and I hope it helps you as well. Last thing that I want to say about this is to get some good rest. Do not stay up for very late or wake up very late. Just do your normal waking up times and try to go to sleep early in order to feel more clear and get out of this rut. The next tip is to start working incredibly small. Use the video Mindsets Against Procrastinations on my channel because it gives you all the tools to not judge yourself when you're working and being okay with working on small activities. Just start the day by doing something little, such as taking a cold shower or anything of that kind, and baby step your way up until you can become more productive. Remember, this is a long-term thing and you will not get out of this rut in a day, so just be patient with yourself. Remember, it is all about consistency. If your procrastinator self has won, you can beat them the next day. So during my rut, I watched a video by Good Ideas in which he said you do not need to be motivated in order to work. We normally think we need to get inspired, then get motivated to work, and then work. For example, we might watch a video, we get inspired by something they have said, we get motivated to work, and then we work. However, he said you do not need to be inspired in order to start working. You could just have the willpower to start working, be inspired by your work, and get motivated to do even more work. So do not let that procrastinator self beat you. You need to remember that making yourself work is not as bad as your mind tells you. A quote that really helped me was, "You're scared until you do it." And I found this to be very true. I'm going to tell you a story so you can understand what I mean. Recently, my dad told my mom to go out for a bike ride, and automatically she told me she hasn't been on a bike for a long time, so she didn't want to go and told me she didn't feel like it and that it was overall going to be a negative experience. But when she came back and I asked her how she was, she told me her day started bad, but she turned it around. And I said, "How did you turn it around?" And then she answered, "Well, I went out for a bike ride with your dad." what that's showing me is that our mind just tells us stuff which isn't true, and I will talk about this in a future video. So just remember that you can turn your day around and you can enjoy what you do. The final thing to remember is that everything is just a game. This may sound very weird, but it was the main thing that helped me get out of the rut. I was just feeling very stressed with the quality of my videos, my quality at school, my work. So when I realized that everything is just a game, everything became easier. I'm going to try to explain what I mean by this, although it is hard to explain. So if you didn't get it, just comment down below and I will respond to you in order to explain a bit better. So this is a game. We take actions that improve our character and others that don't. In a game, you have to keep improving your character and you take actions in order to improve. But when you're playing, you don't really care what happens. You just enjoy the game, and that is the main point of it. So the main thing is to let go of the fear that you're not going to achieve something. Play the game and just enjoy the work you put in. This works like a puzzle. If you were to complete a puzzle, the main objective of completing a puzzle is just to complete it, to enjoy putting the pieces together, to understand how am I going to get to that end goal. But if instead you searched a YouTube video on how to solve that puzzle and you complete it in just 2 minutes, the puzzle loses its sense. Now it's not worth it. The puzzle didn't give you anything and you just completed it in 2 minutes. You didn't enjoy it. So instead of having the objective of finishing the puzzle, just focus on doing it, no matter how long it's going to take, and just enjoy the process. Enjoy putting the pieces together. So this means schoolwork and any work can actually be fun. I know this sounds crazy, but it can, and it's so beneficial to think this way. The first thing I remember is, why am I going through this pain? Like Dave Ramsey said, discipline is not a natural human event. This means we're procrastinators by default, and if we don't have a reason to go through this pain, why would we? So you need to really work on your why. Why are you doing this action right now? If it's schoolwork you need to complete and there's no way of getting out of it, then tell yourself, well, tomorrow I'm gonna have more time to watch YouTube, or tomorrow or this afternoon I'm gonna have more time to spend with my friends. Just work on a why, and by doing this it becomes much easier and much more enjoyable. And secondly, I just remember it's a game. Albert Einstein said, imagination is more important than knowledge. So just imagine anything to enjoy this task. It might sound very dumb, but during my big procrastinating phases, I go through this imagination exercise in order to get to work. What I do is imagine I'm changing identities during the task. So for example, if I am doing maths, I imagine I am some important accountant that's working to get a business up and going, and my help is very much needed. And when I'm doing computer science, I imagine I'm a big app developer that needs to get this done so we can release the app next month. This way my work becomes much more valuable to me and I can enjoy it much better. As I said, it's just a game. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you on the next one.